All right, first time talking about the Seahawks since my post in the very sad after the game against my Detroit Lions, but we're going to talk about them again. And in this video, we're going to talk about the reasons why I believe the Seattle Seahawks are going to take it to the Carolina Panthers this upcoming week. And one of the biggest reasons, they're just the better team. But okay, that's a cop-out answer. I'm going to get deeper in that, and I'm going to give you 3 to 5 reasons why I think the Seahawks will come out on top. Before I do that, like the channel, please subscribe if you like the content that we're putting out, and leave a comment with any other reason you think the Seahawks could win. If you agree with one of the things I said, go for it. Leave a comment. Let's talk about it. The first one is home cooking. I'm going to go with home cooking first. They're coming back, and this is a unique one. For the first time at home, they are going to wear a Super Bowl winning uniform combo. It is the 10th anniversary of the 2013 Super Bowl. I know you all remember that very, very fondly when you just obliterated the Denver Broncos and Peyton Manning. That was unbelievable. And you honestly kind of put the blueprint of how the Broncos would win the Super Bowl the next year. But it's not like this is a whole new combo for you. It's just the whole new combo at home. You haven't worn the white top with the navy pants at home. So when you combine that at Lumen, when you combine that with the 12th man, when you combine that with all of the other, just the insanity that is that place, that will be an extreme advantage for you. So that's reason one, and honestly reason two, which was 10-year anniversary. I think there's just a lot there. Now, a lot of new faces, yes, but not all new faces. Bobby Wagner, Pete Carroll, and John Schneider are still there, and they're still memory of that Super Bowl. There's something special about it. The crowd just gets a little more fired up and all that kind of stuff. Another reason I think you're going to win this game, the swagger you're coming out of the Detroit Lions game with. I talked in another video, not on this channel, but on the Sports Talk Detroit channel, about how the Seahawks really haven't won a game against a good quarterback in a really, really long time. You won a couple games against the Rams late in the year last year. But anytime you went against even a decent quarterback, you got beat. And Geno Smith wasn't what Geno Smith was earlier in the season. He started to taper off a little bit. Last week, he played better. The team played better. The defense played a little bit better. But overall, I think you got the confidence back. The OC had it was a phenomenal game plan. And I think going against Carolina, they don't have swagger yet. If you watch this Panther team, which I'm sure most Seahawk fans didn't through the preseason, which I know, what are you going to take through preseason? But if you watch them through their first 2 games, the overall takeaway is that they just lack firepower. I mean, think about it. The swagger just isn't there. They have Miles Sanders, who's a good running back, but he's not like a crazy running back. They have Adam Thielen. They have DJ Chark. Bless me. So they've got all this stuff. They got Jonathan Mingo, but none of it blows you off the page. It's just not there. Everything is just okay. So they have this kind of thing going on. And even on the defensive side of things, nothing blows you away. So what they have done is they have found a way to lose 24-10 in a very boring game against the Atlanta Falcons, and 20-17 in a very boring game against the New Orleans Saints. They've lost 2 games, both against divisional opponents. They're not feeling good about themselves. So you have the swagger going in. You are carrying momentum into your home field, which seems like it should be a perfect recipe for success. It was not for us, the Detroit Lions, last week against you. Thank you very much. You were coming off getting smoked by the Rams, and you still found a way to beat us. But congratulations. Now, the next reason that I'm going to give you is what we talked about before. It is Geno Smith. It's Geno Smith. And I'm telling you right now, the dude is playing some good football. He played really good football. And for a guy who spent most of his career being an okay quarterback, last year he was good. But when you spend the first 8-9 years of your career being a backup, not being able to cut it as a starter, when you start to get down on confidence, it can affect you. He got it back last week. He played well. He threw some seriously good balls. He made very good decisions and just overall looked extremely comfortable out there. And I don't think this Carolina defense has enough to make him feel uncomfortable. I just don't. And when you have weapons around you like he does, and he has some serious weapons around him, you all know that he does. I think he's just flat out better. And now we are hearing that for the Carolina Panthers, Bryce Young is not going to play. And I don't know if this is a good or bad, but the backup's Andy Dalton, the Red Rocket, right? Like, he's not good. Like, he's not bad. Like, he's a good backup quarterback, but he doesn't scare you, and he shouldn't scare you. So I think some of these defensive injuries, these Tyreek Woolen, right? I don't know if he's going to make it back. I just don't know. I don't know if Kobe Bryant's going to make it back. I don't know. I don't know if Julian Love is going to make it back. But Jamal Adams might. And that's going to bring some swagger back to the team. And so, yes, there's a lot of injuries. I mean, honestly, there's a huge rash of injuries. But I feel like the Carolina Panthers actually have injuries in worse spots. Their limited participants were Brian Burns and Justin Houston. You know the struggle because you can't continue to throw up backup tackles out there and just get away with it. But who's going to rush the passer for them? If Burns and Houston are either out or nagging injuries, who else is going to run the passer? Let me give you some names of who it could be. Deshaun Williams, Shai Tuttle from the inside, Derek Brown from the inside, Nick Thurman, LeBron Ray, Yadier Gross-Matos, maybe a little bit, Deion Jones. Who? No one. All right. So not only can you game plan to get the ball out of Geno's hands quickly, but even if you can't, he should have time to throw. And I think you will be able to kind of pick apart this defense. The struggling offenses of the Saints and the Falcons were able to do it in very boring games. So don't expect like just a super exciting game here, but expect a victory against a team that has yet to find their identity, because you know your identity. This is why the Seattle Seahawks are going to get it done against the Panthers and go 2-1 and stay in every race they should after everybody was panicking after week 1, 30-13 loss against the Rams. You'll be sitting at 2-1, and it'll be a faint memory. All right. Hope you liked the video, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks.